Once upon a time, in the world full of imagination and wonder, there lived a storyteller, and her name was Nur Hidayati. She believed that stories could do more than entertain. They could teach, inspire, and open hearts. Today, she invites you to step into the magical land of fairy tales, where brave heroes face weak villains, where animals talk, spells are cast, and every journey ends with a lesson worth learning. So, sit back, open your mind, and let the magic of storytelling begin. Hello everyone. Today we are going to explore about fairy tales. Do you know what is fairy tale? A fairy tale is a type of story that often includes magic, imaginary creatures, and moral lessons. Why are fairy tales important for our life? Because the stories are usually meant for children, but they carry important values and cultural heritage. Fairy tales have been passed down through generations, teaching us right from wrong, courage, and hope. Fairy tales usually have some common features. First, they often include magic. We call it magical element, like spells, potions, or talking animals. Second, there's usually a clear battle between good and evil. Third, the story usually ends with a happy ending. Sometimes we always say the sentence in the last sentence or the end of the story, and we live happily ever after. The stories also help us imagine about new world and learn important values. Most fairy tales follow a classic story structure. Usually, they begin with a phrase like once upon a time or other phrase or beginning. Then, after beginning, a problem appears. Maybe, maybe like a dragon, a curse, or a weak stepmother. The hero goes on a journey and faces challenges. The climax is the final, most difficult problem. Finally, the story ends happily and God wins over evil. There are many characters in fairy tales. Characters in fairy tale are often symbolic. First, hero or heroine. Hero or heroine is brave, kind, and pure. The second is villain. The villain is evil and causes the problems. The third is helpers. Helpers often appear magically to support the hero, like a very good mother or friendly enemy. There are also magical beings that make the story more exciting. Fairy tales explore big ideas or themes. These include the fight between good and evil, the power of love and kindness, justice overcoming cruelty, and bravery in the face of danger. Even though they're a fantasy story, the lessons are real. Here are some famous fairy tales you might know. Cinderella, Snow White, Little Red Riding Hood, Jack and the Beanstalk. Cinderella tells the story of a kind girl who is mistreated but finds happiness. Snow White faces jealousy and poison, but is saved by love. Little Red, Little Red Riding Hood teaches caution. Jack and the Beanstalk is about bravery and cleverness. Okay, in this modern era, modern fairy tales appear in movies like Frozen, Shrek, or Tangled. They use new characters and settings, but the themes are still the same. Fairy tales grow and change, but they always inspire us with magical stories and important values. Okay, students, now it's your turn. Based on our material today about fairy tales, you have to try to write your own fairy tale. It is start with a hero, or you have to choose a hero based on your imagination. Then add something magical or add a magical element and include a problem the hero must solve. Don't forget to give your story a meaningful ending. You have to write it in piece of paper and you have to collect it on my table. Well, to conclude our material today, fairy tales are more than just stories. They help us imagine magical world, understand values like kindness and courage, and also learn life lessons. Whether old or new, fairy tales are worth sharing. Let's keep the stories alive. Thank you for your attention and see you on the next meeting. Bye-bye.
Sorry, it's DJ.